Hi guys, Jay Smith here, welcome to the AskGolfNut channel and welcome to Callaway Apex Ai200 Irons. Full review where I'm going to be doing 3 different swing speed testing and forgiveness testing as well to see how forgiving this thing is. A lot of things when Callaway is saying with the marketing on this golf club is that it is quite forgiving. What I do like about the Apex series, and they've continued it on now with the Ai200 and Ai300, is I did the video of the Apex series, the Pro, the CB and the MB about 10 months or so ago, and what I loved about those is they were seamless. They all look nearly exactly the same, and so you can blend them perfectly, and because of the lofts of the Pro, the CB and the MB, you could have all 3 of them in one entire comboed iron set. For continuity purposes, it's seamless and it is just brilliant. So well done Callaway for your design on the Ai200, Ai300, obviously following on to the Pro, CB and MB. If you were to look at the dimension of this golf club and what it looks like, you'd say top line actually on the Ai200, it's a medium top line. It's a bit of weird chamfering at the back, which actually makes it look a lot thinner than it actually is. If you look at the sole thickness with that dynamic sole, there's quite a bit of a rounded sole. The trailing edge rounds off, and again, it doesn't make it look as big as it actually is. Blade lengths, I've always loved Apex irons from that point of view, because Callaway make their irons generally quite stubby and really quite attractive to my eye anyway. And again, if you go down by the golf ball, there's got a little bit of offset there, but not a lot whatsoever. Right, we are at a seaside course. It's a par 3 of 180 or so yards. Again, 30 degree 7 iron, but it has got a little bit of punch to it, so I'm expecting this to go around about the 180 or so yard mark. Remember, I'll be doing this at my normalish speed, but I'll be doing the 3 different swing speed tests in 70, 80 and 90 miles an hour after I've hit this one. That's at it, tailing off to the left-hand side. That will possibly miss the green. This green is like the world's smallest, but that is getting out there. Club half 1.1 from the inside, face to path 0.8 close. That's what I had a little baby draw. Also 8mm toe, 2mm low, so not bad strike, but a little bit toey. 35 yards in the air and 47 degrees descent angle at 180. Now, this loft is around about the same loft as my 6 iron. And so 30 degrees, I'm expecting to go about 178. That's going 182 yards further, but then my 6 iron is slightly longer than this 7 iron, so my club head speed is faster. You can already see the face is punching it out there a little bit faster, and again, that's what you call ball speed from the OI face, etc. You're going to get that from this kind of golf club. It's a hollow body design, so you're going to get a little bit extra in the way of speed. Now, the problem is obviously if you're going to go the way of speed, you do lose a little bit in the way of feel. And you can already tell there's a transition now between the MB, the blade, the CB and then the Pro, actually feeling quite close together. Now you're going to the Ai200, there is a little bit of separation. We've lost the pure on lovely forging feel, and it is a little bit more crisp, a little bit more tingy in its strike. But again, with that performance, you wouldn't complain at all. Again, that felt slightly low on the face, but again, you would not complain. That is a very good shot from 180 odd yards away. Club path 0.4 from the inside, face to path 0.3, so very 0-0. Slightly low toe, 5mm toe, 6mm low. You can feel it on the face that it's just not plumb on strike. 37 yards in the air though, and 49 degrees descent angle 176. And so again, considering that's not the greatest of strikes, I mean, it's not far off, but you're always going to lose a little bit of peak height and distance if you're going to hit slightly low. But feeling, yes, you can absolutely, definitely tell that this is hollow bodied, lost to the lovely 4G feeling of the Pro and especially the CB, etc. But again, you will do on this golf club. Now, some people don't care about feel, and if you don't care about feel, just ignore everything I'm saying. But for the people that do care and feel is an important thing, and sound and acoustics is basically the same thing, this does feel a touch more crisp than the ones that come directly after it. Although if you look in the range of golf clubs when it comes to Callaway, the one that sits in between this and the Pro, which probably should or shouldn't, I don't know, you have your own thoughts on that one, is the TI Fusion, and that is all black. And considering everything else at the moment looks exactly like this, it does not say the ugly duckling of the range, but it's a completely different golf club in itself. And again, I haven't got that one to test at the moment, but guys, if you want me to test the TI Fusion, the most expensive golf club in golf, possibly, 330 or something odd pounds per club, get in the comment section and let me know if you want me to try and get a hold of that one to test. Right, back to this one, the AI200. I mean, it just works. It really just works. I mean, Callaway do not make bad golf clubs at all. They're just really good. Path is 0, 0.0. Face is baby open. That's why I towed off to the right hand side. It's 5 yards offline, so I'm not going to get upset at all. 4 mil toe and 2 mil low. Good strike. Can't complain whatsoever at 178 yards and peak height of 40. Yep, 40 yards in the air and 50 degrees cent angle. 178. Now 178 is my 6-iron number. And so my 6-iron does not go 40 yards in the air and 50 degrees descent angle. This is clear advantages over my 6-iron. Now I play blades, and so there is no help whatsoever when it comes to face speed and flexing and stuff like that. You can absolutely see the benefits that someone can go to going this way. Now we'll be interested to see how forgiving it is, and again we'll hit one more shot before we go do the 3 different swing speeds, and more importantly the forgiveness, where I whack it all over the face, try and keep delivery exactly the same, and just measure what kind of ball speed drop-offs we get when we don't hit the middle. Right, last one. Let's go give this one a final hit. Hopefully we can get somewhere close to the pin. Can't complain whatsoever. Slightly toey strike, but again, from 180 or so yards away, you would take it. Club path slightly across 1 degree. Face is open by 1.5 degrees. So it's just toey, 6 mil toe. That is it. You can feel it, just not plumb on strike, but it's pretty good. 39 yards in the air and 50 degrees descent angle. Again, 176, 90.2 miles an hour swing speed. Again, if I was to knock that up to say 93, 93 and a half, what my 6-iron goes, it is definitely going to go way past the 6-iron distance of mine. And so you can see the difference when it comes to performance. Absolutely, the face is faster. It's working well when it comes to launching the golf ball. It does seem to go up fairly well, but remember, I'm swinging at 90 or so miles an hour. Let's go hit this at 70, 80 and 90 miles an hour. Compare what flights, etc. you have between the 3 different swing speeds. Whack it all over the face to get full forgiveness testing data and see how good this new AI200 iron really is. All the shots hit now with the Callaway Ai200 iron. Let's go see how well it fares when you hit at 3 different swing speeds, 70, 80 and 90 miles an hour. Also when you whack it from weird and wonderful parts on the face. Test out how forgiving this forgiving iron really is. So on the screen you can see the 3 different colours. You've got red, you've got yellow, you've got blue. So red 70 miles an hour, yellow 80 miles an hour and blue 90 miles an hour. If we quickly go by the ball speed, 97, 111, 123, no surprises. Obviously we get ball speed gain when we swing 10 mile an hour faster, no surprise at all. But the main thing, carry 136 for a 70 mile an hour swing, goes to 160 when you go to an 80 mile an hour, and then 178 on a 90 mile an hour swing, very similar to what we saw on camera. However, if you look at the 70 mile an hour first, the red, it's going 136 yards, yes, peaking out at 22. The descent angle is 40.2 degrees. It's just into the 40 degrees. Now, my magic number is 45 degrees. That's the angle of which a golf ball is coming into a green. And the magic 45 degrees is it will basically stop on most surfaces. Again, if you're playing US Open greens, maybe not. But under most normal conditions, 45 degrees is perfect. You can get away with 40. Anything under 40 though, and you are in the lap of the gods as to what kind of green conditions you are hitting into. You have to be playing on a near-on swamp to get a 30 something odd degree descent angle to stop. Go to 80 miles an hour and it goes to 30 yards in the air and 45 degrees descent angle, no problems there whatsoever. That is the magic number. And so from that conversation there, 80 miles an hour, you can absolutely say, let's talk about 6-iron. That would drop around about 3 degrees or so to 42.3 on average, and it would be working. Would I go to a 5? Probably not. I would then go into the conversation about having something a little bit more helpful in getting launched to the golf ball. Of course, as soon as you go to 90 miles an hour, 178 yards, 39 yards in the air and nearly 50 degrees descent angle, that is going to stop on any green. You can have the conversation about a 6, you can have a conversation about 5, probably not a 4 unless you deliver slightly different to me, because we are going to be pushing our luck when it comes to descent angles most possibly. But by that time we are going to be carrying way over 200 yards, and so more the conversation at this point goes to how functional the distance will be. Again, we talked about my 6-iron going 178 yards. This 7-iron is going 178 yards. So unless I want to add another wedge at the bottom, which I may well have to do, you're going to have to either think about having bigger loft distance gap between the lofts, and it just wouldn't work. So you just got to be wary of that. Let's go have a quick look at the club head data. We've got 70.1, 80.1 and 90.2. So within 0.1 of a mile an hour. All of them are the same. We've got efficiency 1.39, 1.38, 1.37. And again, without boring people, I've said this before, it is natural that you get a slight drop off of efficiency the faster you swing. And so this is because of sound, heat and stuff like that, and it's physics and it will bore you, but effectively that's what happens. Again, we are talking very much so the tiny amounts of rounding more than anything else, but again, they're the numbers. Attack angles within 0.2 of a degree, club path was within very tiny amounts, no different to face the path. And loft, we are within, what's that, 0.5 of a degree of all three data sets. Not bad whatsoever. And then you've got the strike on there as well for all to critique. I'll very quickly go over to the graphical representation so you can see the graphical side of what we've just been talking about. Some people find it a lot easier to understand when you can see pictures as such rather than just tabular data. Right, let's go see how forgiving this golf club is. We've just seen how well it works at 3 different swing speeds and what you have to be careful of depending on what swing speed you are swinging. Let's go see how well it works from weird and wonderful spots. And to do that, first of all, we need to find out how well it works right out of the middle. We've got one here which is 2 mil low, 0 mil heel, and face to path is basically very 0-0, fairly bland. Loft of 26.5 degrees and 1.38. As I thought, that's about as much as you're going to get out of this iron. And again, you could try and de-loft it even more and squeeze some more, but then again, that's kind of cheating. So out the screws, at this loft, 1.38 is the absolute max you will get out of this iron. So let's go see what happens when you have up the heel, 13 mil, 3 mil low. A standard normal heel shot, but remember these golf clubs aren't massive. They're not something that stands out as being Goliaths of real estate down by the golf ball. So these irons, you can get away with mishits on nominal amount of dimensions, but as soon as you start pushing it, we'll go show in a sec, you can get very close to parts of the face you really shouldn't be hitting. But on this one, 13 mil, 3 mil low, 1 degree less loft than absolute max, but 1.33. Face and path is very 0-0. So we have lost 0.05 and we're delivering 1 degree or so less loft. So that 1.33 could go 1.32. I'd keep it 1.33, so we're losing 0.05 from a nominal normal heel miss. Let's go see what happens when you pop it right out of the heel. Now you'll be able to see 20 mil heel, 0 mil high. That's very heely, and at 20 mil you can see by the delivery our face and path are very 0-0 within reason, but our side angle, our launch direction, 2.4 degrees to the right. Why has that gone right, I hear you say, when the face was slightly closed or path slightly across? Well, because we had the interaction with the hosel. And of course, at 20 millimeters, we have found the absolute limit. 19 millimeters, I found another one. You don't hit it. It is very, obviously 20 mil is fairly heely. And so I wouldn't even worry about the efficiency 1.23. It's not surprised it's gone down because obviously the hosel hasn't got a lot of spring. So 20 mil is the absolute max you can get away with. Well, you can't get away, so 19 mil. But yeah, if you're hitting regular shots from 20 millimeters out the heel, don't worry about a new golf clubs. Worry about getting some lessons. Have a look at what happens when you hit out of the low part of the face. 8 mil low, 0 mil toe. Again, face and path, very 0-0, and 0.2 of a degree more loft delivered than the max, which is nothing. And it is 8 mil low, a standard normal 8 mil low. This is not a big low shot, not 10, 11, 12, or anything else like that. At standard 8 millimeter, just slightly thin. 1.33, so we have lost 0.05 from absolute max, which is okay. Is it class leading? No, by no stretch, but it's doing fine. Is it bad? No, not whatsoever, but it's doing absolutely fine. A slight toe shot now, 13 mil toe, 2 mil low, face and path again, very 0-0, and loft of 27.1, so half a degree more loft than max, 1.35. So again, it's sort of following a very similar thing to that of the heel. We lost 0.03, which is not bad whatsoever, considering we are delivering half a degree more loft. And it is 15 millimeters gross off of the middle. It's doing absolutely fine. I've got no concerns whatsoever of the AI200 from toe shots whatsoever. And if you pop it a fraction more, 18 millimeters toe zero more low, again, face is 0 to a path slightly cross, but face is 0, and loft is 24.5. I think that's about 2 degrees or so. Yes, 2 degrees less loft than absolute max. You have to take that into account. 1.34. So if we were to do the loft adjustment, again, you would be looking at definitely 1.33, maybe 1.32, but let's say 1.33 and be kind. We've lost 0.05, and from 3/4 inch off the middle on a golf club, which isn't massive, that's not bad whatsoever. And so I would definitely say that the AI200 is more forgiving from the toe than it is off of heel or low shots. It does much, much better if you whack it out of the toe as a miss. So if you're someone who hits it as a miss out the toe, I wouldn't be concerned whatsoever with the forgiveness of the AI200. It works exceptionally well from toe strikes. Low strikes and heel strikes of so-so, we'll say. They're not brilliant, they're not bad, they are just in the middle. And if you're going to go for a decision on what club to get based on low and heel strikes, generally speaking, I'd say go lessons rather than thinking about selective golf equipment based on that miss, if you know what I mean. So as a conclusion to the AI200, let's just go by looks first. Although it's not my cup of tea when it comes to the satin, the kind of weird satin look that it's got with the black badge and stuff like that, just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean in any way that it's bad. Actually, it's possibly one of my favorite ranges of irons in all manufacturers because it's seamless. It just looks so good, running it all the way from the MB, which is a blade, all the way through to the AI300, which comes straight after this video. Feel, it's lost its lovely feel that you did have from the Pro CB and MB. I'm not surprised. Obviously, it's a hollow body design. It's starting to get a little bit bigger now. We're trying to push a little bit more of the distance side of things, and no different when I go to probably the AI300. When I hit that, I'll probably notice another change again. Performance though, it works really well. The II face is really punching that golf ball out there. It punches it faster and further than what my equivalent lofted iron would do. It hits it higher and it stops it quicker than what my equivalent iron would do. So it's working really well there. When it comes to forgiveness, it's better off the toe than it is the heel and also low. It's by no means bad out of the low and the heel, but it's so-so, but it does pretty well from toe shots. So hope you liked the video. If you did, go on, like button down there. YouTube likes, so do I. Also, while you're there, subscribe button. It's the most important button because it's free and it's great for the channel if you could subscribe, so thank you. Next to that is a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. Hope you're well. See you again soon.